Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Monday, March 13th, 2017. It's currently 9:30 a.m. and we have the calm before the storm. We have temperatures right now in the mid to upper teens over the northern interior, lower to mid 20s throughout the rest of the region, with winds from the north, northeast, or in north-northwest, should I say, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Those winds will veer to the northeast as we move on through the day and increase as the storm develops off to our south. So, what are the latest watches and warnings from the National Weather Service? We have winter storm warnings over much of eastern Pennsylvania, western New Jersey, the Hudson River Valley, Connecticut, eastern Long Island. Blizzard warnings for central New Jersey, Ocean and Monmouth County, up through northeast New Jersey, the New York City metro, western Long Island, coastal Connecticut. We have winter weather advisories and high wind warnings over basically Cape May County, where we expect rain to change over here. And we also have coastal flood warnings throughout the New Jersey coast, coastal flood watches for Long Island and the Battery. Those will likely be upgraded to warnings as well. So we have all the warnings out that we're going to see. Now let's take a look at this storm. On the radar, we can already start to see it developing. We have precipitation rapidly growing over the Gulf of Mexico. We have our polar shortwave here in the upper Midwest that is also rapidly starting to develop and take shape. These two are going to combine later on this evening and start to develop an area of low pressure tonight off the North Carolina coast. And when we start to see that interaction take place, this precipitation shield is really going to blossom and intensify. One thing I'm keeping a very careful eye on throughout this evening, throughout this afternoon, should I say, is the convection that is developing here in the Mississippi River Valley and how that latent heat energy is going to influence the development of this storm. It's a bit complicated, but the more latent heat energy you have influenced in the storm, the stronger the storm can get. And we're watching that very, very carefully. On the water vapor satellite picture, you can see the three pieces of energy that are going to combine to make this storm. Here's our Arctic shortwave, here's our polar shortwave, very vigorous one at that, and here's our subtropical shortwave that is developing in the Gulf of Mexico. These two will interact first, and this will interact last, and that's what allows the storm to track over the New Jersey coastal waters and not over the coastal plain, because we don't want to phase this too early. That leads to a far western track, but we don't want to see it miss either, because that means the storm just heads out into the Atlantic. So what we're seeing here is a phase that is happening at just the right time. Very interesting storm's going to be setting up. And we're going to be watching this evolution throughout the day today. If there are any changes in the evolution of the storm, we'll see it on the water vapor first. We don't have to wait for the latest model guidance to come out. We'll see it on the water vapor and the infrared satellite pictures first, and we'll be able to make those adjustments on the fly. On the infrared satellite picture, you can start to see the cloud tops already getting colder here. You're going to see a lot of oranges showing up with this storm as it explodes off the New Jersey coast by tomorrow morning. So here is the going forecast. Not much has changed from last night. We made some slight adjustments to deal with some boundary layer issues as we're getting better guidance and better data coming in. Not much has changed over the interior, 12 to 24 inches. This is going to be a significant storm for these areas. 1 to 2 feet of snow is expected. From the Philadelphia metro through central New Jersey, New York City metro, western Long Island, southern Connecticut, on up towards Boston. This is where we start to enter our mix zone, where we're going to see snow and sleet mixing in. That's why we have a range of 10 to 20 inches, isolated up to 24 inches. But this area also is going to be where we're going to see intense mesoscale banding, where you can easily see snow bands setting up at 3 to 5 inch rates per hour. Understand that if you're just north of those snow bands, your snow is going to become very light, and that's why there's such a range in this area from 10 inches to as much as 2 feet, because of that influence from mesoscale banding. As far as mixing is concerned, I see sleet. I do not see rain in this scenario, but I certainly see sleet setting up here because of the strong lifting. I think we prevent that rain snow line from pushing that far north. However, if you're in the coastline here, that's a different story. We'll get to that in a minute. I also want to point out, again, with the strong winds expected, ranging anywhere from 20 to 40 miles per hour sustained, gusts over 50 miles per hour sustained throughout the late morning and afternoon hours. You're going to have blizzard conditions in place, visibility below at zero, and generally just impossible driving conditions expected. Over the southern coastal portions of New Jersey and out towards eastern Long Island, 6 to 12 inches. Now, here's the deal in this area, okay? You're going to see mixing of snow, sleet, and rain in these areas. The question is how much. The initial front dump of snowfall is going to be very intense. Therefore, I like the idea of 6 inches in this area. But then, whether or not you get to 12 inches really is dependent on two factors. One, how long do you have this mix lingering over your area? And two, whether or not you get into mesoscale banding as the storm starts to pull away. We're also going to have to watch out for a deformation zone setting up, which is basically a very intense band of snow at the end of the storm. So that's why I'm going 6 to 12 inches in this area. Expect during, let's say, the late morning hours to see that mixing of sleet and rain, not freezing rain, sleet and rain in with the snow with this storm. And then as you head towards extreme southeastern Long Island and basically Cape May, New Jersey, snow changing over to rain. Okay, we're going to have temperatures rising all the way up into the upper 30s to lower 40s. So you're going to limit your snowfall total. The initial snowfall coming in will get you into that 2+ inch range. And then after that, I have 2 to 6 because then we're going to have to watch to see that mesoscale banding setting up as the storm starts to pull away and you change back over to snow. So overall, a 2 to 6 inch range in that potential as well. Most of you, though, are going to be around that 2 inch range down in Cape May, New Jersey. This storm's still going to be significant, though, because of the coastal flooding and the strong winds. So that's the general forecast here. We'll dive into the rest of the forecast so we know what to expect for tomorrow. For today, increasing clouds are expected. Our high pressure system starts to lift northward. Look for high temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. For tonight, the storm starts to develop. Snow develops after midnight and becomes heavy as you head towards the morning hours. Low temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. The storm basically bombs off of the New Jersey coast and lifts up towards or just east of the benchmark towards around southeastern Massachusetts. That low pressure system, not only will it rapidly intensify, but the snow isn't going to leave very quickly. The intense snowfall is going to continue on through the early evening hours, the rush hour time period. However, and this is important, as the storm's pulling away, we're still going to have lingering snow showers and snow squalls behind this storm continuing on to Tuesday evening. Okay, so high temperatures on Tuesday will range from the upper 20s to upper 30s depending on your location. Obviously, as you head towards the southern New Jersey coast, upper 30s to lower 40s. As you move into the interior, you're going to have highs in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Once this storm leaves on Wednesday, still look for snow showers and flurries throughout the day on Wednesday and rather chilly. Lows in the mid to upper teens, highs in the mid to upper 20s. Basically, anything that is wet on the ground is going to flash freeze on Wednesday, so watch out for black ice. We start to moderate a bit on Thursday, still a bit windy, but scattered cloud cover. Lows in the mid-teens, highs in the lower to mid-30s. On Friday, high pressure is in control with scattered cloud cover and tranquil conditions. Lows still in the mid-teens. The reason why is that you have all this snow cover around, so you're going to radiate really well. High temperatures though in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Watch out for melting and then refreezing with this setup over the region. On Saturday, we have a warm front move through the region with some rain and snow showers. This storm is going to track to the north of the region. So all this talk that I've been hearing online about the potential for another winter storm doesn't look likely at this time. We'll keep an eye on it. Low temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s, high temperatures in the lower to mid 40s. That certainly is going to lead to liquid precipitation. On Sunday, a few lingering rain snow showers in the morning, followed by scattered cloud cover in the afternoon. Lows in the upper 20s to lower 30s, highs in the lower to mid 40s. And on Monday, high pressures in control with scattered cloud cover. Still temperatures averaging below normal, but starting to moderate. Lows in the lower to mid 20s, highs in the lower to mid 40s. That is your forecast discussion for today. We'll have coverage on this storm throughout the day, throughout the evening, throughout tomorrow. So keep an eye on Twitter, Facebook. We'll try to do a Facebook Live discussion this evening. We'll see how that works out. And we'll also just keep you abreast. And if you are a premium member, make sure you visit the premium live coverage section so that way you can get your backyard forecast that you need for your plowing needs, or you just want to know what the heck is going on. Thank you again, and as always, stay safe out there.